Hello and welcome back, and today we have something quite exciting. We have the brand new gun from Miroku. Everybody will have hopefully seen this pre-release at the British Shooting Show. This of course is the new MK38 Competition. Sort of a, how would you describe it, a alternative to the XS Pro is the way I would describe it. So obviously, as you can see, it comes in the ABS case that you would see with the Grade 3. Sort of a sister gun to the Competition, I would put it. Great case. More Miroku should come in cases, especially Grade 5s. Lock away case as well, so it is travel safe. So let's dive into it straight away. So obviously, like I said, Grade 3 box, nice plush black padding in there, the Miroku sign, real quality box, really like these. I know a lot of people that we sell Grade 5s to, on the lookout for these second hand. Some people like to sell them after they buy a Grade 3 or whatever. But yeah, they are a really good box. So yeah, you do get one of these with the Competition. Starting with the, should we say, boring bits. Obviously you get your book of words, your warranty card, etc, etc. Then you get the well-known cardboard BC Miroku box. In here, quite heavy, we find quite a bit of gear. So obviously the MK Competition, it comes with more than you would get with most Mirokus. A lot of it, I believe, is fairly new to the Miroku range. You know, correct me if I'm wrong, but some standard features that we see on Mirokus at the minute are the Teague choke. So with this particular gun, we get 5 extended Teague chokes, and because it is aimed at sporters mainly, in my eyes, you do get better chokes than you do with the Browning. Not necessarily the make of the choke, but the restrictions in my eyes. I mean, if you're sporting, really people sort of tend to stay with quarters, halves and 3/4, and that's pretty much what you get with this. You get quarter and half will come in the gun as standard. You get a second half choke, so you can shoot half and half. You get the 3/4 and you get the full, should you wish to make it a little bit more challenging for yourself. Obviously, Teague choke key for tightening up your Teague chokes. The standard automatic safety, should you wish to put one of them on if you're doing a bit of game shooting. Also, with the game shooting side of things, this gun will fit into a game shoot, it will fit into a playground, it will fit everywhere. Typical Miroku, does everything you want it to do. Absolutely fabulous gun in my eyes. You can also put the flush chokes in it, so Invector Plus flush chokes will fit this gun. So if you are going on a game shoot and you don't want to have your extended chokes, I know some people like to look traditional, you can do so. So the Teague choke key will also tighten those chokes up. Obviously, one of the best choke keys I think you can buy, pretty much does all 12 gauge chokes, but that will tighten them up, or you could just use a normal Browning key. Allen keys, one for the adjustable comb, which this gun obviously has as standard from the factory, and one for the adjustable trigger. Then we move into the sort of the new bits and bobs for this gun, and what we see is a set of balance weights. So with this gun, the same as you would see on an XS Pro, you get the stock weights on the sort of on the bar system that Browning use. Good system, locking nylon locking nut. Plenty of weights there as well to get the correct balance for the gun. And then you also get the stock weights, the barrel weights. Sorry, stock weights there. Barrel weights, which obviously fit mainly behind the fore end. That's where I tend to see a lot of people put them, but I do believe they will fit between the vents on the ventilated barrel, which this gun has actually got. So it's one of the, I think it's only one of 3 Mirokus, the only one to be sold for the UK market, I believe, with ventilated barrels. Now, Premier Guns did have a little bit to do with this, mainly Daniel. So this, yeah, basically this has got, if we dive into it, we'll show you, it'll be a little bit easier. We see essentially they're 525 barrels, so the same barrels you would see on a standard 525 or something like the laminate SL laminate, sporting laminate. Can't get my words out today. 10mm top rib, tramline, double bead, 3-inch chambers, 18.7 bore, backboard barrels, cracking barrels. We all know they're really, really good stuff. Super smooth to shoot. And then obviously, as we can see, beaver tail forend. Now, again, this was something we sort of suggested to Browning when they were looking at developing something like this. More and more people, especially at PG, are looking to put beaver tails on grade 5 guns and even grade 1s. People tend to find them more comfortable. Not everybody, we understand that. But to come as a standard feature, I think is brilliant. There is no option for the schnabel. However, you probably could get one put on if you really wanted to put the schnabel on, but as a standard thing from the factory, they come with the beaver tail. So with this gun, you get grade 5/6 American walnut, highly figured, oil finished, very similar to what you would get on a MK38 grade 5. However, what I've noticed with the ones we've had is it is a lot plainer in the head of the action. In my eyes, it's a better for the gun. Obviously, it's a competition gun at the end of the day. It's designed to go out there and smash 100, 200 clays a day, maybe twice a weekend, maybe 4 times a month, depending on how much shooting you do. You really want that strength in the head. So I think the compromise in this gun is in the woodwork in these particular guns that we've had, they all seem to be quite the same. I think it's really good, creates a really strong gun. Obviously, you've got the standard Miroku pad at the back. Personally, I'm going to drop this in here. I don't like the way they finished this end piece at the bottom. I think it catches too much. I think it would be better if it was flat, completely flat, or more like the Inflex 2 pad, but that's just my opinion. Obviously, you can also see that it's got the adjustable comb, so like the grade 3s, this comes with the factory adjustable comb. Same system obviously as Browning use. You've got the hole in the back of the recoil pad. That allows the actual gun to have more movement. So instead of the post coming up where you've only got limited movement, these go down. Gives you quite a bit more to lift that stock up, especially if you've got quite high cheekbones or quite a long neck. Means you've got more room to play with. Moving on, I have been told, now this was interesting, we've got a regular shooter here who shoots a XS Pro, and it wasn't until he picked it up that he actually pointed this out to me, and I actually, because I'm boring, went and investigated it myself. The actual head of the stock where the pistol grip is actually a little bit smaller than what you would find on an XS Pro. Now, the XS Pro or the MK38 Competition, they both don't have palm swells. However, there is quite a noticeable, once you know it's there, people will probably go and look now, it is slightly smaller in the head here, narrower. Now, it's gonna be a Marmite thing. It doesn't really bother me. You do really notice it though once you pick one up towards the other in comparison to the other. But yeah, it's something that a regular shooter here pointed out who's got an XS Pro. I showed him one of these and he went, wow, that's a lot smaller. So just one thing to look at if you're looking between the two guns. Obviously with this gun you get 3-point checkering. It's the fine checkering as well, so it's not as harsh as what you would find on an XS Pro. I quite like this checkering. The XS Pro checkering is, or most Browning checkering now, is very harsh. It does wear down and you can wear it down. Sort of, I say manually, you can get some, you know, sort of wire wool on there and smooth it down a little bit, or go to a gunsmith who would do that for you. But the MK Competition comes with the traditional sort of finer checkering, which a lot of people are going to like. 3-point adjustable trigger, so exactly the same as the Brownings. You've got the Allen key underneath, which obviously you get in the kit. Forward, backwards. This is in its middle position at the minute. Length of pull 15-inch, standard on pretty much most Miroku sporters. Traps are slightly shorter. There is no MK38 Competition trap gun. I believe they are all sporters. So moving on to the action, it is of course the 525 action, the MK38 action, that super reliable deep action that we all know and love. And as we can see, you'll see this in the close-ups, it is engraved everywhere. Really detailed engraving. It is of course the limited edition grade 3 engraving. However, with the competition, they've gone a little bit further, and in the center of the both sides of the action and the underneath, where you can see the flowers of some description, they are obviously inlaid in silver. Just sets it off that little bit more. It is engraved everywhere, but it is subtle. So it's not quite as in your face as, say, an MK11 or a grade 5, which much deeper engravings, but it's really nice. It's got a lot of, you know, detail on it. It's got the silver inlay, just sets it off that little bit more. And of course at the bottom it's got MK Competition limited edition, so people know what this gun is. They are, I think it's roughly 250 units worldwide of these guns, so they are going to be quite a rare gun. Not the rarest, but quite a rare gun. I think it's going to be around 125 of each barrel length, so 30 and 32. Superb gun in my eyes, and let's put it together and see what it's like. So this is the gun in its one-piece state, and I think you've got to admit it is a good looking gun. You've got highly detailed wood there. Like I say, you've got the strength in the head. You've got the beaver tail forend, which again is highly figured. Really nice piece of wood on there. The little bits of silver inlay, I think, just make it stand out that little bit, but it's not too much in your face. Like I say, the ventilated barrels will get people talking, because obviously there hasn't been many Mirokus with ventilated barrels in the UK, and obviously the nice silver Teague chokes in the end. I think this gun is a really good bit of kit, and I think for the money it is absolutely fantastic. They are obviously offering 10-year warranty now, so if you register your purchase within 31 days of any new Browning or Miroku, you do get the 10-year extended warranty. This particular gun actually weighs in at £8 7 ounces, and as we say, it balances. I mean, that's pretty much, you can't get much better. You could probably fine tune it if you wanted to, but I personally wouldn't. This has got no weights in it at all. No weights in the back, no weights in the front. It is exactly as it would come. So much so, I like this gun that I have actually purchased this very one. As I say, it's a beautiful looking gun. It handles really well. I did shoot it at the weekend as well. I put some Olympic blue Elys through it. They were 7.5, 28 grams. Shot about 100. Absolutely fine. The recoil pad isn't the best. A Kick Easy would be much better on there, but obviously I know it's all production costs and all that sort of thing. It sticks with the traditional Miroku recoil pad, but I think a Kick Easy or something along those lines would improve it even more. But to actually shoot it was fantastic. It broke really well. It got a bit of attention as well. People wanted to know what it was. It looked different. Obviously it's the Miroku woodwork, which we all know is very red or very dark, but it had the ventilated barrel, so people were, you know, what's that sort of thing. But yeah, it's a fantastic gun. It is, I believe, 3656, which seems to fit me particularly pretty well. I haven't yet adjusted it. The trigger I haven't yet moved. I've literally got it out of the box and shot it, and it was fantastic. And for the money and the 10-year warranty you get on them, I think it's a cracking gun. I'm also a sucker for limited edition pieces, so that appealed as well. But if you do want one of these, you've got to be quick. As I say, there's only about, I believe, something like 250 units worldwide. You would think they would split that in half, 125 30s, 125 32s. We have started to pre-sell these. We still have some available. If you would like to have a look at one, or if you would like to pre-order one, get in touch with us. We can certainly help you out with that. And yeah, it's in my eyes, it's a fantastic gun for the money. So that's a bit of a detailed look into the brand spanking new Miroku MK38 Competition. If you, like I say, if you want any more information on it, please get in touch. We're always happy to answer questions, and hopefully we will see you on the next one. Thank you.